Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with June's Beloved Beauty Monthly. We started this in January and I'm feeling pretty good that we've done, is this the 5th month? I believe. So I am a little bit late to the game. Things have been a little bit rough. I've alluded to that in a few of the most recent videos, but I do want to catch you up on what was going on in the month of May. It was a good month. We didn't get as many videos out. I was really, it was a hard creative month. But we're going to talk about June. So please do forgive me. I'm a little bit stumbly, a little bit disorganized, a little bit unprepared for this video, but I'm bringing you the raw and the beautiful. Okay. It's all I have. So there's a few things I want to share with you. So we're going to review May first, and I want to talk to you a little bit about balance. Okay, so it's going to be more of a kind of a heart-to-heart piece of this video, because I want to talk to you about this predicament that we sometimes get in when we are multitasking. We are taking care of our family, we are vacationing, we are doing YouTube videos, we are in groups, we are bonding with other creators and trying to support them and all of that stuff. And it is a hard balance. Really hard. And then on the other side of that, you also have your own personal self-care. And I've come to realize, which I'll go into a little bit later, that I haven't been doing that very well. I haven't been taking good care of myself. And by that, I mean, my health is just in the toilet. I'm not going to go into all that right now. Let's stay on the upbeat for a second. But I hope that you'll stick around, because I think that there's a lot of this that people can relate to. And I'm going to suggest a book that I actually am listening to on Audible when we get to that point. But let's go back to May. These are my ghetto notes. So I started a new planner, which I talked about in a video. And so I don't have my historical calendar that I was keeping track of. I must have I don't know if I put it in a safe place. If I got rid of it, I'm not sure. It probably stored it somewhere, but I cannot find it. So let's talk about what we did in May. So we accomplished Sunday's Art of Truth, which was really cool. We did, I did the truth box, or the truth tape box, however you want to see that. And I wrote about the tapes that often play inside of us, especially if we're feeling weak and tired, or we've had something hard happen. Our heart is vulnerable, and we become vulnerable to things that are not true, like you're stupid, you're fat, nobody wants to hear what you have to say, you have nothing worthwhile to contribute, you talk too much, or just things about our value and who we are. And so I did the truth box because at that point I realized that I wasn't replacing those lies with what the truth is. And so if you want to check out that video and the blog, I talk a lot about it in the video, actually a little bit more than I normally do. Usually I leave the story about that to the blog writing itself, but I did talk quite a bit about it in the video. So if that resonates with you, you can check it out. So we did Sunday's Art of Truth. We did Crash Your Trash episode 21 and 22. So that was cool. It's very popular. So I'm trying to keep that in my mind, because I really want to create content that is useful to people. And so I'm going to be expanding a little bit on how I do Crash Your Trash and things like that. We did the Aviva Mini Lap Book Journal series. That was 3 videos. That is going to be a giveaway for the 5,000 subscriber giveaway. We have far exceeded that at this point, but I've been just behind in everything in my life. And so I haven't done the drawing yet. I haven't done the flip through or the drawing. So that's coming up this week as well. And so that was a super fun project. Very, very teeny tiny little journal. Was really sweet. And then we did the Mixed Media 101 episode 5, where we did the textured tags. That was super fun. there was a lot of places in the month where I needed mixed media. So I noticed when I was kind of taking an inventory here that there was a lot of mixed media that I focused on. So we did that. We did massive writing space tags. We did a springy center spread. We did Scrappy Art Journal episode 1. So that was really fun as well. I am going to be returning to that here early in the month of June, and we'll do the second episode where we'll be doing a little bit more of a drier technique. We might do a little bit of white texture paste just to get a little bit of mixed media in there, but it's going to be more collaging and things like that. So I'm looking forward to playing with you in that regard. So we also did the wraparound pocket flip mixed media paper using the spackle. That was epic. That was 2 videos because it was such an amazing process, and I just couldn't get it all into a video that was an appropriate length, in my opinion. So I did split that into 2 videos. And then the other thing, so that's what we did on the channel in terms of content and creativity. And I also got a new printer recently, so I am struggling with the new printer and grieving that my other printer is no longer supported by HP because it's an older model, and they can't update the drivers, which means they can't connect it with the HP for the HP Instant Ink program. So I knew I was going to eventually have to do it. So I guess better now than later when I don't have an option. So I'm still working through some of the kinks with that printer. So far, so good. The vibrancy of the prints is not, I don't feel it's as good, but there are other trade-offs. So it prints pretty fast. It's getting used to like how the paper loads. It feeds vellum, so it has a tray. Sorry, it has the bottom tray. Mine fed in from the top before. It feeds in this way, and I tried it with vellum, and it didn't even hiccup. I was able to put vellum right in the tray on top of a stack of copy paper. And it was beautiful. Unfortunately, when you get a new printer, you get the starter pack. And so I only printed like 70 pages and I was already out of yellow ink. So I'm hoping that the regular cartridges, which came today, a set, so I'm hoping that they last longer than that. I mean, not that it matters because I'm paying a monthly amount and it is what it is. So I'm keeping my second printer just as a backup, as well as if I really want to, like if I wanted to take a print of some artwork that I did, take a picture and print it out, I want it to be able to be printed out on a better printer. So I just went down to the $6.99 a month plan. I think it's the 300 pages a month. And that way I can use up all the ink that I have a stockpile of, and it doesn't go into the trash. So so that's what we did. That was the other big thing, was the printer. So I am on the cusp of summer vacation, and I am so ready for it. Like, I am exhausted. I come home from work and I just want to collapse. I just want to sit. And I've realized that that's more than just exhaustion from work and looking forward to the summer and all of those things, which leads me into the second part of the video. And that is that I am not taking good care of my body. So I'm not sleeping enough. I eat pretty good during the day. Like, I eat the same thing for breakfast. I have a protein shake. I usually have some baked chicken that I chop up and I just have it in a baggie. I don't even eat it with bread. I eat a ton of vegetables and fruits, but none of that does you any good if you can eat an entire bag of chips. So this is me. This is the real me. And what brought this to ahead was, the big thing that happened in May is we went to East Lake, which is our annual family traditional fishing trip up to a lake that's about 5 hours from our home. This was my 43rd year going. All my kids were born going there. My grandkids were born going there. And so it's just a really, really critical part of our family, the fabric of our family. And we had a fantastic time. Like, it was probably one of the more enjoyable East Lake trips I've had. I felt very present. I felt well. Like, I'm asthmatic, so usually I struggle if I sit in front of the fire. I usually get sick when I come home. I didn't get sick. I mean, I feel like I'm still struggling with it, like my body's fighting, but I didn't get sick. I didn't have any problems with my asthma. And the lake sits at 6,200 feet. So that's really, really high elevation for somebody with asthma. And so I typically have a lot of trouble. And I fully embraced the moments with my grandchildren and my kids. Like I was in the middle of everything that I could be a part of. And we captured some pictures where I had all the kids line up in like age order. And I had everybody link arms and we walked down the main gravel road in the resort, resort is a strong word because it's very rustic and there's no phone, there's no TV, there's none of that, but they call it a resort. And we locked arms and we walked down the street. And my daughter got a picture of us from behind. And then we also got a picture of us lined up facing the camera. And some other pictures of all 7 of my grandchildren together, which they're not always together because my son and his wife and family live several hours away and they have very, very busy lives. And so we don't see all the grands together all that often. So it was really, really cool. It was precious time. Like my heart was full. I felt just completely connected and embracing everything. And, but I was trying to, this week I was trying to figure out what is wrong with you that you're not inspired, that you're tired, that your body is dragging. And I started reflecting on, okay, well, I've made like 1,000,000 commitments that I'm going to lose the weight and I'm going to get more active and because you can eat healthy, but if your body is not active, like I'm busy at work, like I get a lot of steps and stuff in, but I'm not building my core, I'm not building my muscles, I'm not healthy. And my core is weak, very, very weak. And so I was reflecting on all those things. And then this is the book pitch here. So I'm a big Audible fan. So I love listening to Audible books. And so this one, and I've heard of this book before, but I never purchased it or never read it or listened to it, but it's called Girl Wash Your Face. And you probably have heard of her if you're a woman out there. She's a very, very renowned writer and proponent for women's health, women's emotional well-being, spreading the love around who we are and what our strengths are and also what our weaknesses are. So she's very real. And so I purchased the Audible book and I've been listening to it and it just knocked me on my behind because she basically, like right out of the gate, she started talking about how would we feel if we had a friend who always broke their promises to us. Like they said, oh yeah, next Friday we'll meet for lunch. And then they cancel at the last minute. And they do this over and over and over and over again. You begin to not trust them. Their words become meaningless. They don't have any power. They don't have any influence in your life. And nothing happens, right? Well, she talks about how we make promises to ourselves. Every time we say, I'm gonna go run, or I'm gonna work out, or I'm gonna eat better, or I'm gonna get more sleep, or I'm going to spend more time with my family, or I'm gonna whatever, you name it. She talks about it. And I realized that I'm not balancing my time in the studio, my creative time, my time when I'm sitting out in the living room, spending way too much time on social media, way too much time being kind of absorbed in other things that don't produce any growth in the world, in myself or anyone else. So it was a real eye-opener. But the thing about the health is that I looked at those pictures of me with my grandchildren. I just turned 59 years old and I don't want to be that person. I weigh 194 pounds right now. And I'm 5'3". Not healthy at all. And that's going to change. And so I want to talk to you about what I'm doing with that. So first of all, I want to show you these rocks. So I've had these rocks for probably, this one says Beloved, and they're just a painted rock. We put on like stickers, and then we put on like that lacquer or whatever you put on it. So that's been sitting in my, it actually says beloved on one side, and it says Reborn on the other side. And these have been sitting in my studio forever and a day. They just sit on one of the shelves, and I'm very aware that they're there, and they remind me of good things. So there's that one, and then there's this one, Choice. So what I did is I took them off the shelf that they've been sitting on for forever, and they now sit, I wish I could show you, but maybe I'll take a picture right now if you don't mind. I'm going to take a picture of my planner here on my desk, because obviously my camera's not pointed down. So let me just take a picture really quick. My apologies. I want to show this to you in a photo. Okay, so my planner, this is a new planner, and I can't remember if we talked about it before, but it's a 4-month planner. So it is May, June, July, and August. And so this is the cover of it. I haven't decorated it or anything, but it's a soft cover journal made with a paper bag. And I love the cover. This was the fabric from Sweet Annie. I absolutely adore it. It was perfect for this project. And then this is just a peek of the inside of it. And so the idea is, it is meant to be a planner for me to keep track of appointments and keep track of videos and keep track of ideas and all of that stuff. But I also have a place in here where I can write down prayer requests. So that's where I can put things that I'm praying about, whether it's about my family or my friends or even my subscribers, anybody that I know out there that is struggling. I want to be able to pray for them, and I need a place to have it be so that I see it. And so this planner has become way more functional for me than my other one. And so it's got like these pages that have the whole month. Hopefully you guys can see that. I can't see the camera and look at the monitor. So there we go. Yeah. So that was May. And then I'm not going to show you everything, but basically it's got a place for fitness training. It's got a place to record your steps on a daily basis. It has a place for, like I said, for ideas. I just took these, let me just show you one more thing. So I wrote on one of the pages all, ideas. Okay, ideas. And then I put a pocket in it because obviously I have more ideas than would fit there. So I started more. So that will be a continuation. And then I can always refer back to those as well. So just trying to stick those back in the pocket. Oh my goodness. So anyway, it's got some pockets and it's got other things. And then I wanted to put a picture of this artwork that we did. That was the Scrappy Journal episode 1, and I loved it so much, and I really wanted to create right in this planner, but I don't want it to become a mixed media piece. I want it to be more functional than having a bunch of heavy texture and thickness to pieces of it. So I took a picture of it, I made a pocket out of it, and then I made a tag. That's a reminder. So my hope is that I can use this journal as kind of a memory kind of planner too. So not a lot, not heavy on memory, but when there's an event, I want to be able to record that. I want to be able to have pictures. And so what I did is I printed a bunch of the pictures from our trip, and I printed them just small, 3 by 5. And so I wanted to show you a few. I have to be careful because I have a granddaughter who she doesn't want me to take her picture because she doesn't want me to put it on Facebook or anything. So I will show them in a flash, and I'll try to not show her because I want to honor that. But I basically took these pictures and I made them look kind of like a Polaroid. So some of them are printed the wrong way, and so the Polaroid part is on this side rather than the bottom. But this is my daughter Leanne and her 2 sons, Rusty and Coda. And so the idea of these pictures at this point in my journey, in this point in my planner, and in this point of my health journey and my health crises is these are the people I'm living for. I want to go to their graduation. I really, really want to run a marathon or a 5K or something, or whatever you call them, with my grandson Tanner. I would be I would love to do that, but I can't do that right now. So these pictures are in here to remind me of what I'm fighting for and what I'm working towards and why I want to be here. Why is it important for me to be healthy? And this is one of my my son-in-law, Jason. He's a little bit far away, but you can kind of get the gist of it. I'm going to hold this one. I'm going to actually cover her up so I can honor her. She's on the end. This is my lovely crew. So that's with me. So that's the picture I was talking about. This is one of them. This is the picture at the end of the trip. We all go and take pictures in front of the lake. But you can tell I'm just like, I look so frumpy, and so I'm short and I'm wide, and I can't deal with it anymore. I know, you guys, if you're honest with yourselves, you can relate. And then this is my husband. We call him Papa, and Josiah in the boat, and they're fishing alone. And Josiah actually won the 2024 championship fishing competition within our family. So that's that. And then I do want to show you a few more. So this is me and my husband. This is the one that was taken of us together. And then my love, 44 years and I'm counting. So again, I don't want to be that person that my husband has to try to take care of because I am weak, and because I'm overweight, and because my heart will start to fail, and because I won't, it's just, there's just a myriad of things that can go wrong with me, and I don't want that for my husband. So I'm doing it for him as well. And then this is my grandson Coda and their dog Rip. And then this is my my son and his two kids. This is their in front of the lake picture. His wife doesn't come, and that's just a personal choice. She uses that time to do her own self-care. She stays home. She enjoys having the house to herself, and I say, bravo, like whatever you have to do, do it. And so there's just a couple more I wanted to show you. So this is, yeah, you're not going to be able to tell who she is. So these are two pictures. I printed one from, well, gosh, these kids are around 2 and 3. They're probably between 2 and 5 or 6 years old. These are all, these are 6 of the grandkids because we didn't have the 7th one at the time that this one was taken. But check this picture out. I hope you guys can see that. That is when they were little, and that's me on the log. Okay, and this is this year's. Okay, look at that. Look at that. So, whoa, my clip just fell off. So, again, these pictures are here to remind me of life, of love, of goals, of worth, of value. I want them to be a reminder as I work through this planner. I plan on doing a lot more in this planner to write my memories. This is another, I do need to share this page and I'm going to be almost done. But this is another page in the journal that I just did last night. So again, this is an image off of Pixabay. And then this is the sheet paper. I've talked about it before, but it's from Sean Petit's. It's a freebie on her her website, and it just talks about a woman and her strength and the things that she chooses to do and all of that. I've talked about it multiple times. And then this one is similar in the feel for me. This woman who's just standing there free. And then there's just a couple more pictures. Let me just burden you with a few more. So again, I'm trying to protect her. Let me just get a sticky note because I do want to honor that for her. It is important. So let me just get a really thin piece of this sticky note, and I'm just going to cover up my Kenzie girl, okay, and just honor her. So this is the 7 of them with her blocked out and me. So you can see that is not the me I want to be. That is just, sorry, that's blurry. That's not the me I want to be. And so I'm changing it. And then this is my beloved, beloved husband of, it'll be 41 years in July. And that's Rip. That's not our dog. That's our daughter's dog. And then this is life too. Okay. This is my grandson Tanner is in the back, and that's Coda in the front. I believe that's Coda. Yes, Coda in the front, and they are mimicking the scene from Titanic, the love scene. And I just thought it just so captured me, because isn't that what life is supposed to be about? Having fun, being free, being silly, doing all that, being who we are. And I want to be who I am, but I want to be the best I am that I can be. And in order to do that, I need to balance my life. So going forward, I will only be doing 3 videos a week, period. So if that means if I do a Sunday's Art of Truth, or if I do a Mixed Media 101 or something, that's going to take place of some kind of ephemera making video or something. I have to measure myself out. I have to do things differently. And so, and then we didn't talk about June. Not much to say. I've got 3 journals going on. I've got the Joyful Spring Journal. I've got the Sweet Yvonne Journal. And I also have the Winter Wonder Journal number 2. I have 10 days left of school, 10 and a half days left of school. As soon as I break out of that door, I'm coming home and I'm going to finish the Winter Journal, and then I'm going to get my head down and work on the Sweet Yvonne Journal as well. The Joyful Spring Journal is the 3rd one in priority. So that's what we got going on. And so now let me back up. I'm not going to say I'm never going to do a 4th video, but it's not going to be a normal thing. It's not going to be a normal, I'm going to try to squeeze in 1 more video. I'm going to try to, because I just can't do it. I've narrowed down how many groups I'm participating in, because I also am a firm believer that if I put my stuff out on Facebook in groups and whatnot, then the kind of support that I would want to receive, I need to extend that. And I am only one person. I only have 24 hours in the day. I can't keep up with all of that. And I want to give the same honor that other people give to me, or what I would like to have. And so I want to comment more. I want to be very personal in the way that I interact with people on my channel. I'm pretty personable on my channel with my subscribers, but it's really, really hard to spread yourself really thin through groups. And so I'm only posting in 5 groups right now, and that's probably going to be even less as I continue to hone that down. So I'm just trusting God that He is the one that helped me start this channel. He is the one that's behind my creativity. He is the one that's behind everything that I do. And so I'm going to trust Him that the channel is going to be what it's going to be, right? I want to be joyful. I don't want to be stressed. I want to feel like I can spend a Saturday and go to the lake, or I can go hang out outside and read a book on the grass, or go out into the outdoor studio and paint, without performing or recording. Like, I just want to create sometimes, and I don't do that enough. So that is it for today, guys. I hope that it's inspiring. I hope that it's not too much information. I hope that you don't mind that I shared a little piece of my life, the real struggle that I feel, and that I know a lot of women feel, and often we don't talk about it because we're ashamed, or we just want to beat it ourselves. We just want to, do it, conquer it. And sometimes transparency and vulnerability help us to be able to do that. So, my friends, I will say ta-ta for now, and I wish you all the best, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.